So I gotta do this.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Put it down, put it down, put it down, put it down, buddy. Put it down.
Just one brief second can change everything. When danger strikes without warning, this is where you witness the breathless moments where raw, ruthless reality leaves no room for mistakes. On April 20th, 2022, TFC Moore spotted a blue-gray Dodge Charger linked to a previous fleeing incident. The car shot out of the lot at breakneck speed, ran a red light, tires smoking, and collided with another vehicle before driving the wrong way. Everything happened so fast that officers had to act immediately. Officers closed in and executed a PIT maneuver, spinning the Charger around before bringing it to a complete stop. Walden fled on foot but was quickly incapacitated with a taser. Police recovered a stolen Glock and marijuana. The Dodge was heavily damaged, and Walden faced the consequences of his reckless actions with multiple serious charges. May 28, 2021. Officers attempted to stop 32-year-old Darn Ricks on Pennsylvania Avenue in connection with an armed robbery. But Ricks swerved recklessly through crowded streets at over 100 miles per hour, ignoring the danger to bystanders, including children. The vehicle finally crashed into a row of buildings on Nebraska Avenue. Ricks jumped out, pulling a gun and firing at officers. One officer immediately returned fire with a total of 12 rounds exchanged in a brief but intense shootout, leaving one officer slightly injured near the eye and hospitalized.
North on Nebraska. Oh, shit.
Shots fired. He's still running northbound on Nebraska up to Winnebago. He's armed with a black handgun, black jacket, gray pants. Hello? 2-1, I no longer have eyes. He lost eyes. I got it. Get on the ground right now! 2-1, I got him in custody. Show me your fucking hands! Right now!
The chase ended in an alley when Ricks was subdued. He was unharmed, but the gun was recovered. Ricks pleaded guilty to shooting at officers and was sentenced to 21 years, plus an additional 10 years for a robbery committed 3 days earlier. On Tuesday morning at 9 in Union, a call reporting a suspect on the run suddenly became a life-or-death situation. When officers confirmed the suspect was absent, a vicious dog weighing over 45 kilograms lunged out. In the chaos, Wright accidentally fired, the bullet piercing the door and striking Butler's shoulder, a moment that nearly cost a teammate's life.
Hey! What happened? What happened?
2 officers immediately rushed to assist Butler as blood pooled on the sidewalk and transported her to the hospital. Thanks to the timely response, she is now recovering and expected to return to duty. Police Chief Flannelly confirmed it was an accidental incident. Wright continues on duty, while suspect Corey Royster remains at large.
Get in the ambulance. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Come on. Come here. Stay secure. Let's go. Side door. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You're almost there. Right back here. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let's go. Come on. We're almost there. Let's go. Get her up there.
I gotta do this.
Whoa. Put that down. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down, buddy. Put it down.
On November 17, 2022, at the back entrance of the Chillicothe Police Department in Ohio, a man arrived claiming his family was being threatened and that he was being forced to harm children. As the door opened and an officer stepped out, the atmosphere instantly shifted when he suddenly pulled out a gun.
Hi.
Hey, you'll yell something real quick. You get a couple more officers.
What's going on?
Somebody said they're gonna hurt my family. They wanted me to hurt kids. I can't do it.
Okay.
So I gotta do this.
Whoa.
Mitchell pulled the slide and opened fire right at the police station entrance. Kocheran immediately fired back. In an instant, the quiet hallway turned into a battlefield. Both were hit and went down. The encounter lasted only seconds, but the consequences were immeasurable.
Whoa. Put that down. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down, buddy. Put it down.
Mitchell was rushed to the hospital but did not survive. Sergeant Kocheran was struck by a bullet that pierced his chest, puncturing a lung and damaging his heart and liver. Yet after multiple surgeries, he fought through with resilience, surviving the life-or-death moment.
Hi.
Hey, buddy. You'll yell something real quick. You get a couple more officers.
What's going on?
Somebody said they're gonna hurt my family. They wanted me to hurt kids, and I can't do it.
Okay.
So I gotta do this.
Whoa. Put that down. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down, buddy. Put it down.
Do you think firing the gun was the only option in that moment? Comment 1. Yes, there was no other choice. Comment 2. No, it could have been handled differently. On April 17, 2024, at a hotel in Tukwila, Seattle SWAT set a trap for a 67-year-old man. When the door swung open, he drew a gun, turning the hallway into a sudden battlefield. Within seconds, the suspect collapsed on the spot, leaving behind a tense investigation.
Shots fired, suspect down. Help the officer.
Hey, let's become here.
On August 10, 2024, at the York Girls Drasco Cafe parking lot, Officer Joshua Haley spotted a white Ford Expedition linked to a wanted suspect. But the SUV suddenly sped off, triggering a breathless chase. Would it end in surrender or spiral into disaster? Adam Gray's SUV barreled ahead at 85 miles per hour, recklessly crossing lanes on blind curves. Officer Haley stayed close, relaying positions nonstop, each moment pushing the chase closer to the brink of chaos. The chase stretched onto a straightaway, and Haley seized the moment to execute a precise PIT. By the third TV strike, the SUV careened into a ditch, crashing into trees and coming to a dusty halt. Yet the driver stubbornly pushed forward a short distance before being stopped completely. Just 200 more feet, Brackett was taken down, handcuffed, and found carrying 1.9 grams of meth. He was immediately jailed on a string of charges: drugs, fleeing, reckless driving, fake plates, and no insurance. The SUV was totaled, the patrol car suffered $4,000 in damage, but luckily no one was hurt. At Dutton Preserve, a man asking for water suddenly pulled a gun on a couple. The husband struggled, disarmed him, and tossed the weapon into the water, but the suspect jumped into a pickup, tried to run them down, and fled. Police immediately intervened. How much chaos would the suspect unleash before being stopped?
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Hey, you just got that truck at gunpoint, need no unit here. I'm on the north side of Mayport, north side of Mayport. Let me see your hand! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands!
Hands up!
Hands up! Hands out the window! Open the f***ing door!
Take your hands out the window.
You show me anything but your hands or a gun, I'm gonna shoot you. Hey, I'm telling you, let me see your hands. Hey, open that door with your hands up.
Silence.
For nearly 90 minutes, Gilbert refused to exit the vehicle, turning the situation extremely dangerous. Officers feared he might reach for a rifle, while every attempt to negotiate his surrender failed.
He's trying to get something in the center console. He's taking something on the right out there, right? He's going to the center console.
SWAT is monitoring.
Finally, when Gilbert reached for the rifle case, officers had no choice. In a tense few seconds, 9 guns fired simultaneously, and Gilbert was pronounced dead at the scene. 47 shell casings littered the ground, and the rifle was recovered underwater near the dock. Santa Ana, California. On the morning of August 19, 2019, David Patrick Sullivan stole cash and merchandise, loading it into a reported stolen Range Rover before fleeing. Hours later, officers Colin and Tran spotted the vehicle with expired plates. Initially cooperative, everything erupted when he was ordered out of the car.
This thing expired a long time ago. How come he hasn't renewed it, do you know?
I have no idea. I'm not too big with cars, sorry.
Hey, I'm saying code 3 to 702. Step out of the car. Irving Gilbert. Step out of the car. Step out of the car! Get out of the car!
Sullivan reversed the Range Rover, colliding with a silver sedan before veering onto the grass and crashing into a tree trunk. He continued charging out of the vehicle, shouting obscenities and threatening the officers, forcing Colin and Tran to fire multiple shots. The suspect fell but was pronounced dead at the scene. From the theft to the violent outcome, everything unfolded in the blink of an eye. On the morning of October 14, 2024, westbound on I-40, Officer Booth spotted a gray Volkswagen speeding at 83 miles per hour with no license plates. When signaled, the car pulled over briefly, then suddenly accelerated past 100 miles per hour, igniting a dangerous chase on the crowded highway. Could he escape the police net? The driver was identified as Marquis Thompson. He weaved dangerously on I-430, nearly colliding with multiple vehicles. Undeterred by the risk, Thompson sped through a curve, made a sharp turn, and crossed into oncoming lanes to keep fleeing. The chase reached its climax when Thompson smashed through a fence at Stone by AJ Countertops and plunged into a ditch, abandoning the vehicle to flee on foot. Seconds later, police closed in, subduing the suspect with serious injuries, a dramatic confrontation that led to a series of severe charges. On May 9, 2019, Seattle police arrived at an apartment to execute a warrant. When the suspect refused to open the door, they breached it, and immediately a deadly and dangerous situation erupted. Could they control the threat in the blink of an eye? The door burst open and a shirtless man charged out with a knife. Ignoring all warnings, he forced officers to pull the trigger. Gunfire ripped through the air, the climax erupting in a life-or-death instant, leaving the scene engulfed in chaos. On Interstate 75, patrol officers spotted a white sedan speeding at 110 miles per hour through heavy traffic, recklessly weaving between lanes. They calculated each move to pursue, ready to respond to any potential danger. Throughout the chase, Dylan Duquette weaved dangerously close to other trucks and cars. Officers coordinated over radio, constantly updating positions and attempting to deploy stop sticks, but Dylan's speed and reckless behavior rendered every effort futile. A patrol car successfully executed a PIT maneuver, spinning the sedan sideways and causing a minor collision. Within seconds, police surrounded the vehicle. Dylan and the female passenger surrendered, drugs were seized, and Dylan Lawrence Duquette now faces charges including fleeing, resisting arrest, reckless driving, methamphetamine possession, and violating a warrant. On June 9, 2021, Sergeant Allen and Georgia State Patrol officers pursued Terrell Gass, wanted for killing his mother. When they spotted a black Dodge Dart on Godby Road, Gass floored it in a reckless escape, forcing the officers to quickly coordinate a pursuit. On Interstate 285, Corporal Tarpley executed a PIT maneuver, forcing Gass's vehicle off the highway. The car skidded into a ditch, collided with a culvert, and came to a complete stop. At least 4 people jumped out, scattering in panic, while one suspect tried to pull something from his pocket, an action that set everything off.
Coming at you.
Tasers and firearms were used to subdue the suspects. Within minutes, everyone was restrained, handcuffed, and lying on the ground as the scene was secured. The high-speed chase, which had seemed chaotic, ended in a complete victory for the police.
Get out! We come up here!
On May 31, 2023, Officer Jay Bruno spotted a Honda Accord with a mismatched license plate. When he tried to pull it over, the driver suddenly sped off, sparking a high-speed chase through crowded streets. Could a 50-year-old man really escape the police in this pursuit?
Opposite trail, that vehicle will be 1080 West Avenue, 4th Green Street. I'll be disengaging. All emergency equipment is going to be activated.
I'm leaving down behind you now. I'll call it. fast intersection, rolling.
As the chase reached an empty road, Cook executed a PIT maneuver, lightly striking the suspect's rear, causing the Honda to roll onto its side, smoke rising as it came to a chaotic stop. But 50-year-old Melvin Marquez refused to surrender, bolting into the thick grass.
Stop! Stop! God, see, right here. He's saying he don't put like 4520. I want to tase you! Stop! Stop!
Officers quickly handcuffed and checked Marquez. He faced multiple charges, including fleeing from police, resisting arrest, and driving with a suspended license, receiving 3 years in prison, 5 years of probation, and a $6,855 fine. A costly lesson on rash decisions and the dangers of high-speed pursuits. Spinning the Genesis sideways to a full stop. Immediately, Hayes opened the door and tossed a brown backpack onto the road, a scene caught by Deputy Chief Wampler's view. The backpack contained marijuana, a white powder suspected to be cocaine, measuring equipment, 2 unknown pills, and $2,869. Hayes was handcuffed on the spot, facing a series of serious charges: reckless driving, dangerous fleeing, hit and run, drug possession and distribution, and evidence tampering.